Hello, hi everyone. Welcome back to this channel, that is Moni Super Classes. Hope you all are great, and I'm Monica again with you with a new topic, that is to finding the residential status in order to calculate the income tax liability. And this topic is always asked in competitive exams like a CA, CMA, always been a part of the syllabus of BCom honors, and also ask in the certificate courses or certificate diploma courses specifically related to the income tax in this area, in this discipline. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So here, this is the problem you can see right before on your screen. Pause the video, read the question by yourself. So let me just read for you. Mr. X is a citizen of India and is an export manager of XYZ Limited Company, an Indian company since 1st May 2012, and he has been regularly going to USA for the export promotion. So this Mr. X indulged in this export promotion business. He is an export manager of this XYZ Limited Company, and so first May 2012 यानी 1st May 2012 afterward he has been traveling to the USA or traveling outside India for the or during the course of business. These are the previous year ended, like these are the date mentioned over here, and these are the number of days this person, this Mr. X, spent outside India. So number of days spent in USA as corresponding to the given dates. Determine his residential status and assessment year. We are given in this 2017 to 2018. This is the assessment year, and the one more information given over here, that the 1st May 2012 he has never been travel abroad. That Mr. X 1st May 2012, before 1st May 2012 in the year, he has never ever been in abroad. He was staying in India. लेट मी अगेन रिकैपिचुलेट दिस क्वेश्चन इन हिंदी. मिस्टर एक्स हैं और वो एक्सपोर्ट मैनेजर हैं जो कि XYZ कंपनी में काम करते हैं. 1 मई 2012 से पहले उनका कभी भी आना जाना नहीं हुआ इंडिया से बाहर, लेकिन 1 मई 2012 के बाद से वो अपने काम के चक्कर में, अपने काम के कारण वो USA उनका जाना स्टार्ट हो गया. और यहाँ पर कुछ नंबर ऑफ़ ईयर्स गिवन है, ठीक है, एंड ईयर्स गिवन है, नंबर ऑफ एंड ईयर्स, डेट्स मेंशन है, और उनके रिगार्डिंग कितने दिन उन्होंने USA में बिताए हैं ईयर्स के कॉरस्पॉन्डिंग, यानी ईयर के साथ इतने इतने दिन उन्होंने बिताए हैं. और हमको क्या निकालना है, हमको रेजिडेंशियल स्टेटस निकालना है, और हमें असेसमेंट ईयर भी गिवन है, दैट इज़ 2017 से 2018. So before jump onto this question, while solving, I would love to just recapitulate the very basic condition in order to calculate the residential status. Now, by the way, this is the thing, in the income tax financial year started with the 1st April in the current year and end in 31st March next year. तो income tax में पहली अप्रैल से, जैसे आज का जो ईयर है 1st अप्रैल से स्टार्ट होगा अगर काउंट करें तो असेसमेंट ईयर, और नेक्स्ट ईयर 31st मार्च वो एंड होता है. ऐसे हम कैलकुलेट करते हैं. और बेसिक कंडीशन, नाउ मूव ऑन टू द बेसिक कंडीशन. दे आर 2 बेसिक कंडीशन स्पेसिफिकली, एंड एटलीस्ट one of it must be fulfilled. तो फर्स्ट बेसिक कंडीशन, द पर्सन मस्ट बी स्टेइंग इन इंडिया, मस्ट बी स्टेइंग इन इंडिया एटलीस्ट 182, यानी 182 डे और मोर, एटलीस्ट 182 डेज इन इंडिया. 182 days in a preceding previous year would be the right thing to write. In the preceding previous year. ओके, एंड नेक्स्ट थिंग वी हैव अदर बेसिक कंडीशन. बाय द वे, ये और के साथ है, और मतलब आइदर दिस कंडीशन मस्ट बी सेटिस्फाई और अनदर वन, आइदर दिस और दिस. सो एटलीस्ट वन मस्ट बी सेटिस्फाई. Okay, and the next condition we have is the person must be staying in India at least at least 60 days preceding previous year, and 365 days preceding 4 previous year. प्रीसीडिंग 4 प्रीवियस ईयर। इन हिंदी, अगर जो पर्सन है या तो वो 60 दिन इंडिया में रहना चाहिए पिछले साल, या फिर 365 दिन पिछले 4 सालों में इतना वो इंडिया में रहना चाहिए। ये बेसिक कंडीशन होती है इन ऑर्डर टू कैलकुलेट दी रेजिडेंशियल स्टेटस। प्रीसीडिंग 4 previous year. This is the short form of previous year. Okay, this is mean is previous year. So now this is the 2 basic condition and at least one must be satisfy. 2 basic condition है, एक satisfy होनी चाहिए. Now move on to the, let me just rub it up and move on to the additional condition. Additional condition. So what are the additional condition? Additional condition of residential status. So we have 2 additional condition, or 2 must be satisfied. But if one must be satisfied in these like between these 2, so then the resident, we call it a resident in ordinary, not an ordinary resident. And if 0 additional condition is satisfied, at least one basic condition is satisfied, we used to call it again not an ordinary resident or ordinary resident. These are the things. And if 0 basic condition satisfy, then the person is a not a resident. These are the thing I'm assuming you already know, so I'm just recapitulating the basic condition and the additional conditions, okay, in order to just solve this practical problem. So here we go, we have 2 additional condition, and the first is the person both are satisfied. 2 condition must be satisfied. So person must be staying in India at least 2 out of 7, at least 2 out of 10 years. जो पर्सन है पिछले 10 सालों में कम से कम 2 साल तो रहना चाहिए इंडिया के अंदर, years, okay. और another condition we have, a person must be staying in India at least 377 days in the previous 7 year, or not a 377, 730 days, 730 days in previous 7 year, 7 preceding year. Okay, so the person must be staying in India at least 370 days in previous 7 preceding years. These are the additional condition, and these 2 must be satisfied. So I guess basic is done. Now just move on to the question. And please excuse again the background noise. There are some children playing outside cricket. Can't stop them, so you have to bear with me. But I'm assuming I am properly audible. So okay, let's just start. So first, in order to calculate the residential status of this Mr. X, we have to first calculate the number of days this person staying in India. And how we calculate the number of days this person staying in India? How we calculate it? These are the number of days the person spending outside India. Okay, so if I am subtracting these number of days that are given in the question, the person spent in USA, out of the total number of days in a year, we will get the total number of year the person spent in India. ओके, इन हिंदी अगर मैं ये नंबर ऑफ डेज स्पेंड इन यूएसए इनको सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दूं जितने भी दिन होते हैं साल के अंदर, तो मुझे कितना मिल जाएगा? मुझे वो मिल जाएगा वो एग्जैक्टली डेज जब उस पर्सन ने इंडिया में स्पेंड किया होंगे. तो करते हैं अभी. तो लेट मी जस्ट राइट इट डाउन हियर. तो यहाँ पर टोटल नंबर ऑफ डे, टोटल number of days in India. (2012 to 2013). See, दिस इज़ दी प्रीवियस ईयर एंडेड, यानी ये मार्च वाली एंड वाली डेट है. तो जब हम प्रीवियस ईयर ये एंड वाली डेट है, सो द फर्स्ट डेट ऑफ स्टार्टिंग दिस प्रीवियस ईयर वुड बी दी प्रीवियस ईयर, द 1st April of 2012. ओके, सो आई एम जस्ट राइटिंग इन दिस मैनर कि अगर इन हिंदी अगर यहाँ पर 2013 दिया हुआ है, ये एंड डेट है इसकी. जब ये एंड डेट है, और जैसे हमने अभी सीखा था, अभी जैसे स्टार्टिंग में लिखा हुआ था, मैंने बताया था आपको, जब भी हम प्रीवियस ईयर और फाइनेंशियल ईयर देखते हैं तो वो अगर 1 अप्रैल आज से स्टार्ट हो रहा है तो वो नेक्स्ट ईयर एंड होगा 31 मार्च को. सो दिस इज़ 2013. और अगर इसका पूरा फाइनेंशियल ईयर, ये दिस इज़ द एंड डेट ऑफ द मार्च 2013, तो जो फर्स्ट डेट होगी इस सेम फाइनेंशियल ईयर की वुड बी द प्रीवियस ईयर, 1 अप्रैल प्रीवियस ईयर 2012. ओके, इन दिस मैनर आई एम गोना राइट इट डाउन. 2013 to 2014, 2014 to 2015, 2015 to 2016, 2016 to 2017. So what I'm gonna do, देखो, see, the one thing you have to notice is total number of days in a year is 365 or 366. 365 is the normal number of days in a normal year, और 366 is particularly even और leap years को बोलते हैं. So 2014 और 2017 में तो 366 टोटल नंबर ऑफ डेज होंगे. तो 366 इन केस में 2014 और 2016 के केस में आपको ये नंबर ऑफ डेज 366 से घटाने हैं, एंड जो रिमेनिंग ईयर्स हैं वो 365 से माइनस करने हैं. ओके, सो नंबर ऑफ डेज इन इंडिया, अगर मैं यहाँ पर देखूँ 2012 और 2013, इन 2012 to 2013 टोटल नंबर ऑफ डेज वुड बी 317 एंड देन 115 एंड देन 217 एंड देन 311. अगर 366 में इफ़ आई सब्ट्रैक्ट 311 फ्रॉम 366 would be okay. Instead of writing this, I would directly giving the writing down the value whatever come out after subtracting the 365 or 366 as per depend upon the number of year, whether it is a odd or even. Okay, so if 365 minus 317 would be 48. 366 minus 115 would be 215. And then 94. 366 minus 311, 55, and then 71. Please check this calculation by yourself once more time. So these are the total number of days the person spent in India. अगेन गो बैक टू दिस कंडीशन. सो कंडीशन क्या थी? फर्स्ट इज द पर्सन मस्ट बी स्टेइंग इन इंडिया previous year at least 60 day and the preceding previous year at least say 65 day in preceding 4 previous year. तो यहाँ पर this is the previous year because 2017 2018 क्या है हमारा? This is the assessment year and just before a year, just before the year of this assessment year, we used to call it previous year. Previous year is the year when we earned income, and assessment year is the year when we calculate the tax liability of the income which we used to earn or which we earned in the previous year. तो previous year में हम कमाते हैं, assessment year में हम previous year में जो भी income थी उस पर टैक्स कैलकुलेट करके गवर्नमेंट को पे करते हैं. दिस इज हाउ इट्स वर्क. So ये condition. See again the first we have two basic condition. First is 182 days wali and that would not be satisfied here. So again at least one basic condition must be satisfied. So just jump on the second condition. The second condition was 60 day in the previous year. So वो condition satisfy हो रही है. Yes, we have a 60 these are the 71 days in total. So more than the 60 days it's okay. And the other condition was at least 365 days in the preceding previous year. तो यहाँ पर we have this 4 previous year and if you sum it up these 4 previous year up to 2013 to 2016 you will find the sum is greater than 365. So यहाँ पर आप देख लो सम जो ऑलवेज ग्रेटर है 365 डेज से, तो इसका मतलब वन बेसिक कंडीशन इज सेटिस्फाई. So one basic condition is satisfied. Yeah, sum is 1 2 here it is. So this is the total sum. So ये जो sum है it is greater to 365 days. So one basic condition is satisfied. One basic condition is satisfied. Now move on to the additional condition. We have two additional condition. First condition was the person must be staying at least 2 year out of the 10 preceding previous year, and the second additional condition was the person must be staying in India at least 730 days in the previous preceding 7 year. In हिंदी कि पर्सन कम से कम 2 साल, पिछले 10 सालों में से 2 साल, जो पिछले प्रीसीडिंग 10 साल हैं उनमें से 2 साल तो इंडिया में रहना चाहिए भाई साहब. और दूसरी कंडीशन थी हमारी, दूसरी एडिशनल कंडीशन थी इफ़ यू नो by this time if you forget what was the basic and additional condition you just watch the video again and again. So दूसरी कंडीशन ये थी हमारी कि द पर्सन मस्ट बी स्टेइंग 730 डे, 730 डे उस इंसान को रहना चाहिए पिछले 7 सालों में. ये हमारी दूसरी कंडीशन थी. अब देखो चेक कर लेते हैं. अब हमें पता है एक कंडीशन तो ये जस्ट फोकस ऑन दिस एडिशनल नोटिस और कंडीशन गिवन इन द क्वेश्चन इज दैट 1st May 2012 बिफोर दैट द पर्सन नेवर एवर बीन आउटसाइड इंडिया. यानी पहले मार्च 2012 से 1st May 2012 1st May 2012 before that or before 1st May the person never ever be outside India. So one first additional condition satisfy. First additional condition क्या थी हमारी? The person must be staying in India at least 2 out of 10 preceding previous year. ये satisfy हो रही है. Is this satisfy or not? Yes, it is satisfy. The person must be at least more than a 2 year the person still staying in India. Okay. So this condition is satisfied. And second condition was the person must be spent 730 day in a preceding previous 7 year. So 730 day you have to calculate and it is easily become a 730 day preceding 7 year. Preceding 4 year this would be the sum. 412 would be the sum. And if you go more 2012 back then 2012 and 2011 2010 we'll find out, and it is already given in the condition that 1st May 2012 the person never ever been outside India. यानी 2012 से पहले जब भी पर्सन होगा वो इंडिया में ही होगा, तो सारे के सारे 2011 से 2012, 2010 से 2011, सो 2010 टू 2011 एंड देन 29 टू 2010, विच एवर ईयर you will take, but in this condition we have to just take a 7 preceding previous year, then the condition always be satisfied, the sum would be greater than 730. So this second additional basic condition, second additional residential condition is also satisfied. So hence we have this one. Let me just change the color of my pen. Let's just take green. So we have one basic condition satisfy, 60 days and 60 days and 365 days wali, and we have two additional conditions satisfy. So if one basic condition and two additional condition of residential status is satisfied, that is mean the person or Mr. X is ROR, and the full form is resident and ordinary resident. Resident and ordinary resident. Okay, so this is the condition and this is the final answer that we were looking for. The person or Mr. X जो है is a ROR, that is resident and ordinary resident. If one basic condition and two additional conditions satisfy, then the person is ROR. Let me just write it down here. The person is ROR, यानी resident and ordinary resident. If one basic and one additional condition satisfy, then person is NOR, that is not an ordinary resident. If one basic and zero additional condition satisfy, let's say if this would be the case, that person would be again NOR. And if zero basic condition satisfy, then person is NR, not resident. So these are the condition you must be understand and must be known in order to finding out the residential status. And this is our answer, that the Mr. X is an ROR, resident and ordinary resident, because in this practical problem the one basic condition is satisfied of this 60 days in a previous year wali, and then second both two additional condition is satisfied. So we arrived in this preculate, the person or Mr. X is a resident and ordinary resident. That's it for the video. That's what I wanted to teach or share. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up and enjoy this channel. Like and subscribe this channel if you want to get more updated content like this. Signing off. Thank you so much. Have a nice time.